Hello, my name is Taylor Harper. I am a leader here at NMC Youth, and today we're going to look at Christmas peace and what this looks like in a biblical context. So, this year's Christmas is not exactly a peaceful one with the world in chaos, but I want to remind you of what the peace of God truly is and what it looks like. During Christmas time, me and my Braveheart friends when I was young would sing to the college students at Vanguard, and this was the extent of my Christmas caroling experience. But one song we would always sing is Silent Night. And it goes, Silent night, O holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round young virgin, mother and child. And I think you know how it goes, but all is calm and all is bright is usually what we think of when we think of the Christmas story and the birth of Christ. However, I wasn't there 1,000 years ago, but I'm pretty sure peaceful and calm is not how I see this night going. So Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 7 says Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. Joseph went to Bethlehem to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger because there was no guest room available for them. Sounds pretty peaceful. However, I want you to picture yourself as Mary. Super preggo, having bricks and hicks on the way to Bethlehem, and you're super tired, probably being mocked for being pregnant before you're married. You finally get to Bethlehem, and your back hurts from bouncing up and down on the donkey, and there's no room in the inn. You knock on every door, your husband's getting aggravated from sleep deprivation, and now you're really in for it because your water breaks. You're in the worst pain, dealing with crowds. In the midst of the chaos, you finally manage to find a spot to give birth among the animals. Not all that sanitary, but you make it work. You're crying from pain because, no epidural for you. No. You finally give birth, and it's beautiful. Angels sing. A bunch of random people sent by God come to visit you. That's great. But wait, there's more. You stay in Bethlehem until the census is over and try to heal from the tears of birth. And then you get a dream. Oh, yes, King Herod is trying to kill you. So you get back up on that donkey and you have to deal with the pain from birth. It's either that or waddling around in the wilderness until you finally make it to safety. All was calm. All was bright. Yes, even those like Mary are not exempt from struggles. And you've heard me say it before. Life with God is not immunity from difficulties, but peace in difficulties. The words of C.S. Lewis. So, how do we find peace this Christmas season? Though Mary went through the ringer, she managed to pull through with the peace and guidance of God on her side. The one we honor this Christmas day is the giver of peace. Isaiah 9, 6 through 7 says, For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. The only sustainable peace we can find is in Jesus. Our peace rests in the fact that he is in charge. He holds the government on his shoulders. He has suffered and struggled the same as us to give us something eternal to look forward to. And we can have peace knowing that these things are temporary. I know the mindset of peace is very hard to have, and I faced a lot of unpeaceful moments during this past semester and celebrating this holiday season. But there are two things I want you to try to grant the peace of God into your own life. First, I want you to know that life we have on earth sucks sometimes, and we have to focus on how we respond to it with a biblical worldview in mind. Second, I want you to pray a prayer of peace over every struggle, as 1 Thessalonians 5:17 says, without ceasing. Continuously give these things to him. And so, with that being said, I know this Christmas is not exactly a peaceful one, but I want to remind you of what the peace of God truly is, knowing that we're in a broken world and putting our peace in God's promises, just like Mary. So, with that, Merry Christmas.